Hi everybody and welcome to the Legal Education. In these videos, I'm going to teach you one of the most important topic, that is Indian Contract Act 1872. Now when you watch these videos, I want you to pay attention, watch all the videos. Please listen carefully, and if there are any questions you have, please comment in the below. Well, let's get started. The Indian Contract Act 1872 enactment हुआ था 25 अप्रैल 1872. It came into force first day of September 1872. Originally, we have total section 266. From section 1 to 75 talk about general principle. From section 76 to 123 talk about sales of goods. From section 124 to 147 mention indemnity and guarantee. From section 148 to 181 is about bailment and place. From section 182 to 238 about agency. From section 239 to 266 is about partnership. But in 1930, they removed the part of section 76 to 123 from this act and made a separate legislation. Sales of Goods Act was made in 1930. Similarly, in 1932, they removed the part of section 239 to 266 from this act and made a separate legislation. Indian Partnership Act 1932 was made. Law of contract is a very important topic as we enter into many contracts every day. Normally, people point of view, agreement and contract both are same, but it is not like that. There is a huge difference between agreement and contract. So today we will know about that, the difference between contract and agreement. All contract are agreement, but all agreement are not contract. हर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में एग्रीमेंट होता है, हर एग्रीमेंट में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं होता. किस लिए? देयर इज अ रीजन. बेसिकली इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट cover commercial transaction. In case of commercial agreement is a contract. In case of agreement, see, social agreement is not a contract. There is no legal enforceable. In case of commercial agreement, it is enforceable. You can go to the court. In case of breach of contract, you can file a case against him. In case of social agreement, it is not enforceable in the court. You cannot file. Suppose now, for example, Mr. A is a shopkeeper, seller, Mr. X is a buyer. यहाँ पर Mr. X जो है मोबाइल खरीदने के लिए Mr. A दुकान पर गया. सेलर के पास जाकर Mr. X ने बोला 10,000 के मोबाइल फ़ोन दिखाने के लिए. Mr. A ने दिखाया 10,000 के मोबाइल फ़ोन. Mr. A ने वो खरीदने के लिए उसने किया 10,000 पैसा X ने A को दिया था. Mr. A ने he refused to give mobile phone to Mr. X. Now Mr. X have a right to file a case against him. He has a right. In case of commercial agreement are enforceable in the court of law. Mr. X have a right. Similarly, in case of agreement, social agreement. For example, ये मेरे पापा है, my father. This is me. पापा ने बोला मेरे को, my father promised to me, if you complete your graduation with good marks, I'll give you laptop. Here my father promised to me, if I complete my graduation with good marks, my father will give me a laptop. In that case, when I complete my graduation with good marks, when I asked my father, he refused to give me mobile phone or laptop. In that case, क्या मैं मेरे पापा के अगेंस्ट में केस फाइल कर सकता हूँ? नहीं ना, क्योंकि यहाँ पर लीगल इंटेंशन नहीं है. यहाँ पर एग्रीमेंट जब किया हम दोनों के बीच में, देयर इज नो इंटेंशन टू क्रिएट लीगल रिलेशन. सो इन दैट केस आई कैन नॉट फाइल अ केस अगेंस्ट माई फादर. It is a social agreement. Social agreement are not enforceable in the court of law. Under Section 2H of the Indian Contract Act 1872 define contract. An agreement enforceable by law is a contract. यहाँ पर enforceable है. See, enforceable के मतलब legal remedy available. You have a legal remedy. In case of breach of contract, you can file a case against him. But in case of agreement, see, every promise, every set of promise, her promise forming the consideration for each other is an agreement. यहाँ पर enforceably नहीं है. Under Section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, agreement also can become a contract. Agreement भी contract बन सकते हैं कब? All agreement are contract if they are made by free consent होना चाहिए of the party to competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void. Agreement also can become a contract. It is only required essential element. Essential element की ज़रूरत है. Agreement जब contract बन जाता है कब? सिर्फ essential के बिना contract बन नहीं सकता, valid contract बन नहीं सकता. Essential element of a valid contract. इन चीज़ को ज़रूरत है. The first essential element of valid contract is offer and acceptance की ज़रूरत है. Intention to create legal relationship, free consent of the parties, capacity of the party to enter into a contract, lawful consideration and lawful object, agreement not expressly declared to be void. The first essential element is offer and acceptance. There must be two parties to an agreement, one party making a lawful offer and another party making a lawful acceptance. Number 2 is intention to create legal relationship. When the two parties enter into an agreement, their intention must be to create legal relationship between them. If there is no such intention on the part of the parties, there is no contract between them. The third essential element of valid contract is free consent of the parties. Consent is said to be free when it is not caused by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake. Fourth is capacity of the parties to enter into a contract. For a valid contract, the party to the contract must be competent to contract. He must be majority, sound mind, not disqualified from contracting by any law to which he is subject. Number 5 is lawful consideration and lawful object, and number 6 is agreement not expressly declared to be void. I am going to discuss all the essential elements of valid contract in another videos with case law. I'll